Here in the north, the ice fishing season is almost upon us, and in order to get ready, you need the right equipment, and in this case, it's the EYOYO underwater fishing camera. Hey everybody, welcome back to Live to Fish, and today we're going to take a look at the EYOYO underwater fishing camera. Now, in the same way that LiveScope has kind of brought fishing to a whole new level by being able to target fish that you're looking for, this underwater camera is an absolute game changer if you're out there on the ice and trying to find those pods of fish. This camera is going to help you take all the guesswork out of where the fish are and also if they're biting and how they're biting on the lures that you present to them. I want to do the unboxing of the EYOYO camera because I want to show you exactly what you're going to get when you purchase this from Amazon. And I'm going to have links to all the products that I'm going to discuss in this video down in the video description below. And coming in at a retail price of only $50, this thing is an absolute steal. So here we go. We're going to open this up and we're going to have a set of instructions. We're going to get to that in just a second. But let's take a look at the small little pamphlet here that has a QR code on it, and that is for their customer service. So if you have any issues with the camera, they're readily available to discuss them with you. The EYOYO camera comes well packaged with this bubble wrap, keeping it nice and secure. I'm going to go ahead and flip open the lid. Snaps into place, and you have these side panels here. These help the glare from the sun and the outdoor lighting to give you a better or darker view on the screen so that your images show up without any glare. This unit is super compact and super lightweight. Your switches and all the inputs are located on the left end of the panel. You have your off and on for power, you have your charging cable, your camera input, and an off and on LED for the night vision. And on the underside is a little mount, and that actually mounts to a fishing rod holder mount where you can put this on your ice fishing rod so you can watch things in real time as you're jigging. The sunshade collapses back in and it closes back up. Nice compact little camera. Next up, we have the line that spools to the camera, and also here is the rod holder attachment. That's something you put on your ice fishing rod, and you can run the camera cable through it. Here's the camera, and again, it's got a little counterbalance weight on the bottom of it, and this is 20 meters of cable. So you can go pretty deep with it. And for those of you wondering the conversion, 20 meters equals just over 65 feet. The unit also comes with a USB charging cable and charging port. And again, this is USB-C connector to USB. But again, coming in around $50, this is everything that you get from your Amazon order. Now let's take it out in the field and see how it works. All right, so it's about 28 degrees out here. The water, as you can see, is like chocolate milk. We're gonna see if this EYOYO camera can get us a better view underwater. Again, the conditions aren't ideal, but we're gonna see if we can't see something underneath there. Ooh, that's sticky. So remember that when you're wearing gloves. All right, let's get this unwound here. We're just going to drop it in right off the pier and see what we get. Get this thing set up. Alrighty. Go ahead and plug that into the camera section right here. I'm going to leave that LED off for right now. Power on the camera. All right, so we have a view. Hey. All right, so far so good. Let's unravel more of this and get it in the water. All right, so this fin here would be the down position, as you can see from the video. Take a look here. All right, so far so good. Let's drop it in and see what we get. Now the viewing angle of the camera is 195 degrees, and that little fin that I pointed out, well, that's where you loop the cord through to make sure that the counterweight is set to the bottom at all times. Get that looped around here. I don't know if I got enough. We shall see. It's in the water. Let's drop it down. What kind of view do we have? That's what I thought. Not seeing too much.
Oh, there we go. Seeing a lot more than I thought I would see, even in chalky milk. Alright, so we're definitely seeing bottom. Wow, the light's still penetrating all the way down to the bottom. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's go ahead and turn the LED on. Brightens it up a little bit. So this is the view from up here on the pier. You can see it doesn't take much and that camera disappears out of sight, because it is, like I said, like chocolate milk out here. It's actually just so stained it's not even funny. All right, let's take a look. Go back to our camera view here and see what we get. Oh, yep, you can definitely see bottom. Clarity's pretty good. So unfortunately not going to get any fish today, but again, you can kind of see what it does here. Resting it on top of the weeds. Bring it back up and stuff starts disappearing because it's so cloudy. Drop it down, get past all that, get some of that light going on down there. All right, now we're going to go to another spot down the pier here. You can see my reflection in there, probably more than you can see anything else, but that's the pier. That's me. That's a shot down the pier. Let's go down this ladder. And see what we can see here. Maybe get some fish. All right, what are we seeing? Well, we can see bottom. So far, no fish. Man, if the water was clear, this would really have a great view. But as you can see, it's doing a pretty darn good job on its own with the way these water conditions are. Pretty cloudy, but you can still see stuff. Okay, I put it in all the weeds over here. Definitely stirring up some muck. Well, unfortunately, haven't got any fish in view, but you can see how beneficial this would be if you're doing some ice fishing to kind of get an idea of where you're at underwater, and if you're in a decent location, and if there's any fish coming up upon your lure. And as you can see, there's a ton of line on the spool there, so it can get to a lot deeper water. Right now, this is about, I want to say maybe 3 feet deep, if that. It's probably closer to 2.5, but I'm gonna call it 3 feet. The water's been really low here. As you can see, you normally couldn't see all of that dirt. You could just see the top of the rocks. But it has definitely dropped. All right, so again, you get a lot of line with this thing, so if you're going in deeper water, that's a good thing. And you have your viewfinder, again in full color. But one thing I want to point out is that there is no DVR. So if you're looking to record, this is not the model you want, but I'm going to leave a link to the model that has the DVR. And for those of you that don't care about recording and are just looking for something cheap and effective, this is the link that I'll give you. Just to go over some quick settings with that button there. You can change the brightness on it. You can change the contrast, change the saturation. And you can also change the landscape mode to like a 4 by, what is it, 4:3 versus the 16:9. You can change the brightness. You can also change the zoom on it as well, and the effect that you have. Go from black effect, green light, blue light, so like a warm and cold. We'll keep it back at normal. So it's got a lot of different settings to it. Obviously you can pick your native language of choice there. We're going to keep it on English so I don't screw anything up because I don't speak anything else, and if I change that menu I might not be able to change it back. But again, I've been out here roughly about a half hour, and the battery is still at 100%. So if that gives you any idea of the lifespan, it seems to be pretty decent.
And just to reemphasize that this camera does have an infrared light to it, so you can fish at night and see everything that you're going after. And like I said, it does come with that extra mount for your fishing pole, so you can mount it to your ice fishing rod and see exactly how the jigging you're doing is working and attracting the fish. And they do state that the battery lasts about 8 hours long. Again, I was out there a little bit over half hour, maybe close to an hour, and that battery meter had not gone down at all. So there you have it, the EYOYO underwater fishing camera, a very cool camera at a very low price. And again, really portable, really lightweight, easy to pack in, easy to pack out. So until next time, be safe, be well, and as always, live to fish. Tight lines, everybody.